the county's plan for LRT or rapid bus railway? If so, why or why not? How will you ensure that this proposed plan is accessible to your Senate District 58 constituents?
I think it's going to, well, yes. And I think both of us, we could do a big Yahoo yes, of course. Having this line can make such a difference in people's lives. If you have issues trying to get to a job, and you find out about a job, but it's out there in Maple Grove someplace, or Brooklyn Park and Brooklyn Center, but the buses don't go there, or it's 2 or 3 buses to go there. And then along comes a rail line where you can actually get there. It opens up all your opportunities for expanding your horizons, having a better income, taking better care of your family. And so, yes, I think it's huge. I think we're 20, 30, 40 years late in getting a rail system developed in the Twin Cities. I can remember conversations way long ago about light rail, but there was never the money. There was never the will. Now there's money from the federal government. There's some money from the state government through a tax that we have here on the metro area. And I think every citizen should be engaged. We have to figure out where that route goes. We have to figure out where the stops are. What kind of developments are going to go around those stops? What kind of development might be there already that we can add to and enhance? And every citizen here in North Minneapolis should be engaged in that conversation. I hope to see you here on Tuesday so we can continue so far what we know, and we'll have many more conversations about it in the future.
Thursday.
Thursday, 7 p.m. here.
Reading. The question is, are you in support of the county's plan for LRT, or rapid bus railway, rapid bus transit? And why, if you are, or why not? And what will you do to ensure that the proposed plan is accessible for 58 constituents?
Boy, that's actually a little bit of a loaded question. And the reason that I say that is I'm absolutely in favor of the Bottineau line connecting our community to the larger metro area, if it's done fairly and equitably. I think that that's the piece that we have to really stop and think about. I mean, in my practice throughout the years, I've worked on some master plans around the transit stops on the Hiawatha line. I've looked at the impact that a line can have on the surrounding community. There are some negatives that are often associated right at first, and we have to be clear to people that right at first it's not going to be this great, oh my God, look at what's come to our city. There's going to be difficulties, and we have to be honest with people that it's going to take a while for us to adjust. It's going to take a while for some of that development to get built out. But eventually, 5 years after that line's in place, 10 years after that line's in place, it's going to have a huge impact. The thing about LRT, most people will say, well, what if there's not a job out in Maple Grove right off that stop? Well, you integrate the bus system so that it connects to those transit stops so that people can get to those other areas. Cuts their commute time, huge. So I'm in complete support. I think we need to be at these meetings. We need to be holding the county accountable on what they're telling us, and we also have to get them to be honest on what are some of their motivations and what they're doing moving forward. I have a little bit of skepticism, and I hope I'm wrong, but some of the decisions I've seen made and some of the voices that I've seen, spoken out about, it puts a little question mark in my mind about what is truly the intent. Is it to supply our community with access, or is it to allow people to get from downtown out to the target corporate headquarters?
The last